What if it's not just about attracting differently, but it's also about choosing differently, right? What if we actually do attract everyone, right? What if we're just this bright and shiny object that's really attractive to everyone, but not just the people that are healthy individuals, but also the people that are comfortable and familiar, the people that are not so healthy, right? What I've been learning along my journey is that it's not just about attracting differently, right? You don't just become this health from what I'm learning. You don't just become this healthy individual that takes care of these wounds and isn't giving into enmeshment anymore, has healthy boundaries, is becoming individuated and differentiated, and then you just attract based on that. Don't get me wrong, there are people out there that are unhealthy, that are not attracted to individuals like that, that are, healthy boundaried, individuated, and differentiated. That's a real thing. People that don't have boundaries or have permeable boundaries are not attracted to people that do have them, right? That's just the reality of it. But what if, in your case, it's more so about choosing who you invest in rather than who it is that you're being attracted to, right? Now, let me make this very clear. There are people out there that are unhealthy, right? Let me take the mic closer. There are people out there that are unhealthy, that are manipulative, that will probably try to manipulate you even if you are healthy, right? This is where growth, this is where boundaries, this is where individuation and differentiation come into place. Somebody that is healthy is not going to buy into that. But it doesn't mean that that person's not going to try to persuade their way into your life, right? So it's not just about attracting differently. It's also about choosing differently. It's also about having that sense of perception based on everything you've learned that, oh, wow, this person, they're attracted to me, but they're not healthy for me. And therefore, I'm not going to choose them because of that. Right? Again, it's not just about attracting differently. It's about having your sense perception changed because of all the healing and all the work that you've done on yourself. Right? And it's fascinating because before this point in my journey, I literally thought it was going to go this way. I thought that the way that it was going to work out was I was going to do all this work on myself. I was going to shift my energy, and then all of the people out there that were or that are unhealthy, that don't have healthy boundaries, that are not individuated and are not differentiated, um, that they're just not going to be attracted to me anymore, and that it's going to be easier for me. I don't believe that anymore. What I'm really starting to realize now is that the way that it works is that people that are healthy are going to be attracted to people that are healthy. That's real. Like if I just remained an individual that was not healthy, was not healthy boundaried, was not, individuated and differentiated, I would continue to attract more so the people that are also not healthy, not individuated, and not differentiated, right? So shifting my energy transforms the attraction dynamic there with that and allows me to attract people that are healthy boundaried, individuated, and differentiated. By the way, before this video ends, I'll get into, I think that the healthy boundaried part speaks for itself, but I'll get into the individuation and differentiation element of it. Um, but no, you're going to attract people that are lacking healthy boundaries, lacking individuation, and lacking differentiation. All the same as you would people that are healthy boundaried, healthy individuated, and healthy differentiated. I don't really think that there's any sense of unhealthy individuation or differentiation. Um, but it's more so just choosing the people that are healthy, that have gone through the development, that have individuated and differentiated. And yeah, like honestly, like just to storytell real quick, in my own life, I've been meeting people, right? And I've been really fast with it. I've been like, wow, like these people are unhealthy. And it's funny too because I've been seeing more unhealthy people than I have been seeing healthy people. Um, I I was able to tell right off the bat when I met somebody recently that they did not have healthy boundaries. Um, the first giveaway was they were like, "Oh, I'm so nosy." It's like, "Yeah, you are." Bye. Right? Um, Now, before the video ends, let's talk about the individuation differentiation. This doesn't always happen in childhood for people. Hopefully, it does. It usually happens in childhoods that are healthier. Um, so, individuation is basically individuating yourself away from the family system, becoming an individual, right? Um, Being allowed to think, feel, and behave for yourself, right? Having healthy boundaries in place, which lead to that sense of individuation that's necessary. Being able to have your own thoughts, have your own opinions. You don't have to be glued to the fucking homeostasis of the system that you came from, and have the same thoughts and feelings and opinions as them. You get to be your own self. You get to have your own sense of individuality. Um, and then there's differentiation. Differentiation has a lot to do with the differentiation between self and other, which kind of, in my opinion, has more to do with boundaries and everything, right? My shit versus your shit. That's my shit, that's your shit. Not being so stuck in, you know, honestly, I think that differentiation has a lot to do with the opposite of enmeshment, right? Enmeshment is diffused boundaries. Systems where boundarylessness tend to be much higher, and everyone is just nastily invested. I don't even know if that's a word. Grossly invested in each other's shit, right? Um, so yeah, that's individuation and differentiation. Oh, it's fascinating too because differentiation, kind of like going back into like infancy and like toddlerhood and everything. Um, Differentiation is kind of like the opposite of narcissistic extensions, right? I feel, based on what I've learned, that narcissistic extensions have a lot to do with a lack of differentiation, right? Oh, you are your own autonomous individual, right? I don't just get to reach out to you as this person. I don't even see you as a person, for starters. If you're a narcissistic extension, you're not even seen as a person. You're seen as an object for somebody's gratification, for somebody's needs, right? And you are expected to drop absolutely everything on a dime to cater to these persons, or to this person's needs. um, yeah, so narcissistic extension is like the opposite of differentiation, because there is no differentiation there. When somebody sees it as a narcissistic extension, they don't differentiate between self and other. They see other as a part of self. It's a fascinating dynamic. But yeah, so to just end off, um, it's not just about shifting your energy and attracting differently. It's also about choosing differently, because there might be some time while you're shifting your energy and you're becoming more attracted to healthier objects, that unhealthy object, and when I say object, by the way, I'm referring to people. um, but yeah, there might be times when you're shifting your energy and you're becoming more attracted to healthy people, but there is still a level and dynamic of comfort and familiarity that comes with the unhealthy people. And it might feel comfortable and familiar to choose the unhealthy people. And so that's why it's not just about what you attract, it's also about what you choose. So you might like find yourself, to really end this off here, here we go. You might find yourself being like, I don't understand, right? I'm shifting my energy, I'm doing the work on myself, I'm healing. um, I'm becoming more attracted to healthy people. Why the fuck are these unhealthy people still trying to come into my life? Well, I mean, there's probably some level of comfort and familiarity that is still in place, right? Learning to move beyond that, and not choose that. I've had unhealthy people reach out to me over the past like 6 months now. I have, and I have given into a few of them. I have. I just recently found out that somebody that I have been friends with for like 6 months now, no names, but somebody that I've been friends with 6 months now, actually has serious mental health issues. Um, and I'm not here to say fuck people that have serious mental health issues. I'm not. But what I am here to say is that people that have serious mental health issues, they pose a threat to people that are, well, they pose a threat to anybody, right? But people that are trying to heal, people that are doing the work and everything, and not only that, but people that have serious mental health issues and are not doing the work on themselves, that's a red flag, especially if they know that they have a problem. I don't know if this person knows that they have a problem, but it's also not my responsibility to caretake that. Talk about breaking a pattern. Oh my God. It's not my responsibility to caretake other people. It's not. And that would be a pattern that I would break. Yeah.